Hello viewers, welcome to Core for Any 40 bytes apps designs inside. Today we need to developing this here the filter UI screens we need to develop here. First of all, we need to see this designs inside the XD files. Now need to opening this here. Now need to open this here the XD designs. Look like this UI we need to developing here. First of all, we need to draw here the app bars. Then after the bottom bars we need to develop. Then after we need to add here the titles like this, and after need to create here the grids selections we need to given this here, and then after need to give this here the distance sliders we need to add, and then after we need to add this here this like this ratings bars we need to set here. Let's start how to write down inside the flutters. First of all, we need to need this here the one lips inside this codes. We need to need this here the flutter rating bars for the rating stars we need to needs. Now need to go inside the installs and we need to copy this here the dependency, and we need to go inside here the pub space, and we need to install here this lib here. Now we need to create here the filter screens we need to develop. Now need to find out here the home folders inside the screens. Inside we need to creating here the new files and to give this here the name filter screen dot like this we need to given this here the name. Create here the stateful widgets here, and to give this here the name filter screen, and we need to import this here the material dependency. Now already we need to making here the restaurant list UI we need to creating here. So we need to first of all the copy this UI similar to designs. We need to use only here the app bars. We need to purpose we need to copy and paste and to reduce this here the our developing times. Now need to go inside here the filter screens and to replace with here these containers. We need to change here. Now need to remove these search bars as expandables. Also no needs. We need to clean here. Select this value. Need to clean here. Now input this here this color extensions, and now need to change this here the titles. We need to give this here the filter like here. Need to set this here the name, and now convert into the scroll view. Need to wrap with here the widgets. To write down here the scroll view, and select this here the single child scroll view like here. We need to set here, and we need to create here the another buttons. Now need to copy this here the icon buttons here like here, and we need to create here the action. Paste this here the codes, and to change this here the close icons we need to set, and now need to set here the placeholders like here. Need to set and look like this here the settings here. Now we need to go inside home screens, and to give this here this buttons configurations we need to set here. Now need to go inside the home tabs, and to find out this here the action buttons need to search here. Need to get here the search bars view, and to give this here this buttons we need to set and write actions inside. Now we need to set here the context dot push extension methods we need to call here. If you not see here the first video, please first of all the see here the first video, and then after we need to explain in details these push methods. Now need to give this here the directly screen name. So need to set here the filter screen like here's and semicolons, and to set here the const value, fix this here the blue warnings. Now this is the configuration are done, and opening the screens and similar to UI designs we need to show here our screens. Now need to again we need to go inside the screens and to write down here the code of the bottoms nav bars. Code we need to write down for the buttons. First of all, we need to find out here the scaffold brackets. Above, we need to write down here the navigation bars. And first of all, making here the containers, we need to set here the decorations. Box decorations, we need to set here color. T color, primary colors we need to set. Then after we need to set here the border radius. Set here the only. You need to set here the top left and top rights. You need to set here the radius circulars. You need to set here the 20, and another's copy this value, and to give this here the top right, paste this here this code. Like we need to set here this value, and to set this here the const value like here. Then after we need to write down here the childs for this containers now like here. And we need to create here the safe area. This is the most important parts because we need to some device are the notch and to bottoms are the toggles, and mostly iPhones inside this making issue for the tabbing events. That's why I need to use this here the safe area. We need to call here, so need to create here the row like here and set here the childs. Like we need to setting here for these configurations. Now we need to call here the expanded, extended. Need to create here the button text buttons like here on press event, and to create here the childs we need to give this here the text as a reset buttons. We need to set here first buttons are the reset, set here the style text styles, set here the color tick color white text. Like we need to configuration or the needs here and configure this value and save this here. Show like this here the buttons for the reset buttons, and another buttons we need to put for the apply buttons like here, and to change this here the text apply like here and create two buttons. Now we need to draw between here the dividers. We need to drawing, need to create here the containers. We need to give this here the width as a 1, and also need to give this here the height. So we need to set here the big spot in, and we need to give this here the color for this container, color white 24. We need to set like these colors and to save, and to save this here and show like this here the dividers. Similar to designs, we need to create like this here the UI. Now need to developing here the body of the scaffolds. We need to start here. First of all, we need to set this here the titles. We need to set here. We need to set first titles for the designs. We need to give this here the select category. Titles we need to put here. Now we need to set text. Set here select category like here. Set here the style, not picture styles, only styles. Text styles. Set here color, tick color, primary text we need to give this here. Set here the font size 16, and also need to set this here the padding, and we need to set here the symmetric padding. So we need to set here the vertical 15 like here, and these titles are the done creating here, and another two titles we need to put here. Second one is the distance, so we need to given this here like here distance. Then after rating, rating like yes ratings, and show like this here. Now first of all we need to developing here the distance sliders. We need to draw here. We need to create here the write down the codes, and first of all we need to declare this here the value for save. We need to use this here the double variables. We need to declare select val, and we need to set here the default 10 like here. So we need to set this here this value. Then after we need to set here this value done. Now need to create here the slider. Need to write down here slider like here. Give this here the value. Need to pass this here the select value. On change events, we need to give this here the parameters callback, returning here the value, new value, and we need to set this here the state, set state, and we need to set here the value is equal to, need to give this here the new val, need to like here the setting here, and we need to save this here. Most important parts, we need to give this here the min value, min and max value. We need to set this here the 0. Max is equal to give this here the 100 like here, and we need to give this here the active colors. We need to set color primary, and inactive colors also need to set here the color primary. With we need to give this here the opacity 0.2 like here. Need to set here for this opacity and show like this here this UI. Now another things you need to creating here the row like here's similar to designs. You need to write down here the titles. You need to set here the paddings. Need to set here symmetric horizontals 20 like here set. Now need to give this here the text. First of all, you need to copy this text, paste here like here. So need to set here 0 and 100 like here. Remove set here the primary text for this design similar to set here or this here the value, and to give this here the main axis alignment, set here the space between need to set, and similar to designs need to set here the secondary text is good like here. Now this is are the settings here need to done here, need to set here 14 and also set here 14 like here, and look like this here, set this value for the distance like need to creating here for the distance. Now need to draw here the ratings. We need to set here first of all. Need to go here the rates. Need to open this here the up leave and to go inside the redeems, and we need to copy this here the codes for the ratings. Need this here. Need to cut here, copy, and we need to paste as a rate here like here's input this here this rating bars, and we need to fix this here the blue warnings. We need to like here's like need to set, and most important parts we need to set here the unselect colors, unrated colors. Need to give this here the T color primary, and to give this here the with opacity 0.20 like here's, and to draw this here the rates like here clear are the ratings are the done here. Now we need to developing this here the UI. We need to draw this here the this grid. We need to draw here first of all, and then after we need to put this here the selection buttons. We need to set here. Now we need to scroll ups, and we need to write down so the grid code. We need to write down here. We need to develop this here the here select category and distance between. We need to put this here the codes. Grid view builders. We need to set here. We need to set here the silver grid. Fix cross axis count. Need to give this years. Need to set like years. Need to give this here the three counts. Need to three columns. Need to needs. That's why need to given this here the three. Main axis spacing. So need to set here the 15s, and cross axis also need to set this here the spacing 15, and need to give this here the cross axis ratio. Need to given this here the 2.2 like here. Need to set here. Now need to draw here the builders context and index. We need to returning this years like here, set like here. Returning this here the container like here. Need to temporarily set this here the colors for the showing here the grid. Need to give this here color, maybe directly set this here the box decorations box, set here color T color primary colors. We need to set here, use this here the semicolons like here, and most important parts we need to configure this here. First of all, we need to set here the physics, set here const never scrolls. You need to set here physics. Sync grep also need to set here the true, otherwise not working here the scroll you. Set here the const value like here. Set here the paddings for this UI. Const edges inset symmetric. Need to set here the horizontals. We need to set this here the 20, and also need to give this here the verticals. Need to set here the 8. Right. Good padding. So need to set here. Now, what to most important parts need to give this here the item counts. Need to temporary need to set here the nines for the drawing here the UI like here and show like this here the UI. We need to set here. First of all, making here the UI similar to designs. We need to draw here. Then after need to convert this UI inside the buttons. Now, first of all, we need to draw here. We need to give this here the value of this decorations. First of all, need to remove this here the color. Now, no needs for the decorations. Give this here the borders radius. You need to set here the border radius circulars. Need to set here circulars and set here the 10. Then after we need to give this here the borders border alls. We need to set this here the alls inside the color placeholder colors. With we need to give this here the opacity. Need to set here the 0.2 like set color parameters like give this here the width 1. Look like this here the showing like this here the box we need to create here. Now you need to give this here these containers. We need to set here the alignment dot centers. We need to set here for this UI. Now we need to set here the titles. Create here the child's text and to give this here the fixed text Italian, and we need to set here the text aligns because also need this here this center text like here. And then after we need to set this here the styles text styles. Set here the color color secondary text need to given here. Then after font size we need to set here the 15. Then after we need to set here the font weight. We need to set this here the font weight 500 like here. So need to configure this here Italian typo. Need to fix this here and show like this here. Now need to set here the gradient. Most important here for the selection events. We need to create here first of all. Need to set here the gradient. We need to set here the linear gradients. Need to give this here the color dot red gradients. Give this here the beginnings. We need to set this here the alignment dots. We need to set this here the center left and center right. For the end, need to give here alignment dots. We need to give this here the center right like here. Need to set here and for the give this here. Now this is the controls are the UI are the prepare are the done. Now need to convert into the buttons events or the selections events need to give also. That's why I need to creating here. Cut this here this code copy here and to create here the new widgets common widgets need to develop here. Need to go common widgets and we need to give this here the select button dot dots like create here the stateless widgets. Need to give this here the name select buttons and import this here the material dependency. Now need to paste this code here. Import this here the colors extensions. Now need here some parameters. First of all need to give this here the string as a titles. Need to set here like here. Then after need here the bool event is select like here. Then after on press event need to void callback. So need to write down here on press like and need to row here like add this here these parameters. Need to set here this dot title. Need to set here final add these parameters like here. Now set here the titles as a title and create wrap with widgets in Quell. On tab events, we need to give this here the on press, and border radius also need to set similar to this UI. But here's paste this here like here's need to configure here. Now give this here the selection events. We need to configure this here. If here is selected, is select, then to give this here the linears. Otherwise need to set here the null value. Same as borders. If not selected, then to set this here the null value for this border. Selected, then to set here the null like here. Same as the text value is select text colors is select. Need to set here the color color white text. Like this we need to converting into the buttons. Now need to use these buttons. Inside we need to go here the filter screens, and we need to use this here the directly here, and we need to set this here select buttons, set here the titles. We need to set here like here, and we need to create here the one array. Teachers integers like here. So need to creating here select here like here. You just here the type int like copy here, and we need to go here. Now we need to check here inside this value. We need to set here is category in constant of this index like here, then to select as set here like here semicolons, and we need to remove this code. No needs now. Now we need to set here the click events. This is the importance. Now set state like here. Now need to set this here the conditions. If this is the selected event, selected data, then to remove. Otherwise, you need to add this here, add index, add select dot remove objects. Need to with this the index value like this. Set here. Now need to save and to check against to click here. Also click here. Look like this. Multiple selections you need to set here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.